Welcome back to our channel, and thank you for tuning in and thank you for supporting us. And if you are new to this channel and you haven't subscribed yet, please encourage us by doing so, and we shall bring you the latest news as they happen. And together we can work with our great leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB, and Eastern Security Network to make our Biafran dream a reality. He said. Most African leaders were shocked how Buhari's administration lies with anything after they shamefully unbanned Twitter, whose access the Fulani Nigerian government could not even control, because Nigerians bypassed the useless ban through VPN. The Buhari's government made a series of false statements that Twitter agreed to all their Fulani Nigerian government demands, including allowing the Fulani Nigerian government access to remove unfavorable tweets. Even the Efulefu Junior Minister of Labour, Festus Keyamo, was the one that helped the Fulani Nigerian government to come up with these deceptive statements in order to deceive the gullibles. The truth is that Twitter did not grant the Fulani dictator Buhari any privilege or concession. The African leaders were shocked that Nigerian leadership have never been this low. They look up to Nigeria in the time past, but nowadays they look down on Nigeria. They said, where on earth will a leader lose 540 billion naira in revenue and throwing thousands of youths out of job because they want to do a useless ban? Because of Buhari's ego, because of a useless tweet he made. And he made Nigerians to lose 540 billion naira in revenue. And thousands of youths lost their job just because of an ego. This is one of the things why we are saying that Biafrans want to be free. Biafra wants to restore Biafra. Biafrans wants to restore Biafra. And that is why we are asking for referendum. We cannot be in the same nation where a dumbhead cow brain leader will lose 540 billion naira in revenue and thousands of youths are out of job just because he wants to, pay back because someone trampled on his ego. That's a useless leader. Very useless. The lying Fulani Nigerian Minister of Information, the chief liar, Lai Mohammed, boasted that the conditions will be met by Twitter before lifting the ban. So we are now looking up to them and asking the Fulani Nigerian government, where are the Twitter offices in the zoo called Nigeria? Where are they? Where are they? Maybe they are in Daura, in Buhari's village, or maybe he moved it to, Niger Republic. All Buhari aides and members of the Fulani presidency cabal were the first to return to Twitter, especially Garba Shehu and the rest of the criminals calling themselves Nigerian government or Nigerian presidency. They are all criminals. They are all criminals. Deceiving themselves. One day, they will pay for all their atrocities. The Fulani Nigerian government shamefully lifted Twitter ban to save their face. After Twitter's refusal to grant Buhari his evil request, Buhari's government lifted the Twitter ban to grant Buhari, a way to save his face. They lifted the Twitter ban to gather support ahead of 2023 general election. Twitter's official statement did not state whether it will grant Buhari's regime power to delete tweets. It never said so, among other claims by the Fulani Nigerian government. Amnesty International lamented that Buhari's Twitter ban in Nigeria violated Nigerians' rights. He violated it. A Corporate Affairs Commission search shows that Twitter is not yet registered in Nigeria. Yet the Fulani Nigerian government are lying that they met the condition. And the Fulani Nigerian government lies became more laughable when one of the Fulani Nigerian government goons, a clown, claimed that Twitter has given Buhari access to back-end protocol to control content, which is impossible because that will lead to Twitter's stock crash. It will crash their stock because the investors will never have confidence in them. Buhari's government is built, funded, and sustained on the foundations of lies and propaganda. That's how they survive. That's how the government survives. The banning of Twitter, this wicked Fulani Nigerian administration pushed Nigerians to start using VPN, and the use of VPN has had adverse effect on the Fulani Nigerian government's ability to mine data necessary to track the online modes of Nigeria. Going into campaign season with the Twitter ban active would be very counterproductive to the ruling party, the Fulani criminal evil party, as the opposition will use it as a clarion call to rally more youth against the evil Fulani party. And also the ban prevented the Fulani Nigerian government agents from pushing their own narratives on Twitter, as regular Nigerians and opposition figures use VPN to continue to push their narrative against the failed Fulani Nigerian government, and the government had no presence there to even try to defend itself. The biggest losers of this entire ban was the Fulani Nigerian government, the corporate customers, and advertisers. Those hypocrites in power could not stay away from Twitter. That was why they rushed into it when the ban was lifted. Lifting of ban is only seen as a campaign gimmick as election draws near. But they have failed, because there will be no Nigeria come 2023 if Buhari and his Fulani Nigerian government refuses to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally and let Biafra go peacefully. There will be no Nigeria. They should just forget the election. The Fulani political party, in preparation for rigging of the 2023 election, are claiming to have 41 million members, and that they are the largest political party in Africa. This was after they have excluded all their underage voters and the foreign Fulani terrorists they brought in from the Sahel. They excluded them. So by the time you add those, you know how the number will look like. They will claim that they are about 60-something million. That's what they will claim. My brothers and my sisters, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must be released. The Fulani Janjaweed and their Fulani government, they should just forget about the election. There will be no election unless Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released unconditionally and Biafra is restored. We cannot continue with all this Fulani abracadabra leadership, trial and error leadership. We cannot continue with it. It will not take anybody anywhere. You know, if the Fulanis, Janjaweed, are heading towards destruction, let them go alone. Biafra wants to be on their own. They want to be on their own and exercise their God-given freedom. And no Fulani Janjaweed can stop them. The earlier they release our leader from that illegal detention at the criminal DSS detention facility, the better for the Fulani Nigerian government. Thank you, my brothers and my sisters, for watching this video. And bye-bye for now.